King Cobra is fantastic for the watts. It's a 4-star 1000, so you know how watts are. They have low attack, but they attack directly. So his effect is when he does attack directly and affects battle damage, you can add a watt monster from your deck to your hand. So Walking Rhoda, and it doesn't have limitations on stars. It just says add a watt. So fantastic card, love it. Naturia Moron, a lot of people are looking forward to this. I play Naturias, as you guys probably already know, by my Naturia build, but I am still not sure about this guy. I probably will try one, take the eggplant out for this. I like the 3-star. You know, I can sync with Cosmobeat to get like Barkion. The attack's decent, but his effect, he has 2 effects actually. So when he's normal summoned, you can, which I hate that, but whatever, you can send a Naturia monster from your deck to the graveyard. That's more for the pineapple build, and this guy is plant, so he supports the pineapple build, but as we all know, Naturias don't work very well by themselves. They need back row support, so I don't like that effect very much. I guess you could use that because people are playing I play 2 Call the Haunteds. You know, you could even maybe play Limit Reverse, stuff like that, to get out your little guys to have those targets for synchro summoning and for to psych off for Bamboo Shoot. So not bad. But his other effect is fantastic. Once per turn, you can target 2 Naturia monsters in your graveyard, shuffle them into your deck, and then draw a card. So already, even if he didn't let you draw, he would be good because he lets you put your 2 Cliffs back in, maybe your 2 Cherries. That way you could call the Haunt one back, let it get destroyed by battle, and then you'd have your other 2 Cherries in the deck, or you know, your Cliffs over and over. I did take Avarice out of my deck, so this card might be the solution I'm looking forward to, and drawing a card is always good. Okay, this guy, I like Ice Barriers. I don't love them. I haven't really built the deck. I kind of wish they wouldn't have changed the name from to Prior. It was like Evangelist. I thought that was kind of cool, and I think the art's great. 2-star 1000, pretty basic stats. If you control another face-up Ice Barrier monster, you can special summon this from your hand, which is always fantastic. If you do, you can't special summon level 5 or higher monsters during the turn, so you can't just drop them and sync with them, which is unfortunate. But during your main phase, you could tribute this card to target an Ice Barrier monster in your grave, except for himself or another copy of him. But you can special summon that target. So there's quite a few combos I think I can do with him without even having to use his first effect. So really like that guy a lot. Silver Ninja, I know a lot of you are going to be like, whatever, and I understand that, but for those of you who are saying whatever, it's because you haven't looked to the next set, Order of Chaos. This guy and the old ninjas are going to get some major play, so start picking this stuff up and start hoarding it if that's what it takes, because I believe the ninjas are going to be great in the next set when it has quite a few more new ones released, and I think it has Magic and Trap support as well. 6-star, whatever, 2300, pretty decent. But when this card is flip face up, which is strange to put a 6-star face down. I mean, Malicious is like the only thing anybody does like that. But so when he's flip face up, because most of the ninjas flip is how they work, you special summon any number of ninja monsters from your hand or graveyard and face down defense, which, like I said before, most of them work like that. And you just can't bring out another Silver Ninja, though. And he's kind of like, I guess in a way, he's a lot like the Grandmaster for the ninjas. So, I mean, he's even, he kind of reminds me of Grandmaster in a lot of ways. So that's, I think that's a really good card. I think everybody already knows this card. Hooh is just insane. It's got Harpy's Feather Duster built into it. So there was a guy, I read a review that said why don't you just play Mobius? Okay, well, that's fine. I guess that works too, but unless your opponent's playing Starlight Road, this would just devastate him to get rid of every single face down Magic and Trap they control. So they can always chain and put a card face up and it won't be destroyed, but it's a spirit monster, it bounces back and you can't special summon it. So he's kind of like the Magic and Trap version of Dark Dust Spirit. Tribe Shocking Virus, this is a long time coming. Everybody remembers Tribe Infecting Virus just being devastating. This guy's pretty freaking devastating. He's actually the opposite. The other Tribe Infecting was all the attribute, like you would just call out Dark or Water or whatever. Well, you never call out Water because he was, but you call out whatever, and you just blow up all the dark monsters on the field, or all the light monsters on the field. This guy is all the type, so warrior, fiend, plant, whatever whatever you're going to be worried about. Fiends, I'm sure, are going to be a big deal, and with Dark World, and plants are going to be hard because you mix everything. Wing bees for black wings, you get the point. Warrior for 6 ham. I put the rabbits in here just because it's a new archetype, even though I don't think they'll really be played heavily. But this guy is 3-star, 1900 defense, and you flip him up and inflict 1,000 damage to your opponent's life points for each face-up non-token normal monster you control. So, if you have a rescue rabbit, drop it, bring out 2, flip this guy up, deal 2,000 damage. I don't ever think he'll get any play, unless somebody can do some kind of nasty Symbols of Heritage or some kind of Ojama deck or something like that. But to burn somebody and have 1900 defense, not bad. I mean, the most you'll ever do is $4 grand, but I don't see anybody playing that. I'm not going to talk much about Rescue Rabbit. If you don't know what this does, you haven't been around in a while. Everybody's looking forward to this, and he's a secret rare for a good reason. You distribute him, bring out 2 level 4 lower normal monsters with the same name, and destroy them during the end phase, but you're going to be exceed summoning, so it's not a big problem. Here's the exceeds. I put every single one of them on here because I think they all need to be talked about. This guy's a super rare, and it's finally time for a rank 1 exceeds. It's exciting. The stats aren't great, but it is a rank 1. 3 level 1s. D-boys would work. There's quite a few other things you could do to bring out some level 1s. During your main phase 1, you can detach one of the XYZ materials from the card to target a face-up level 1 monster you control, and while that monster is face-up, it can attack your opponents directly. So I'm not really sure all the combos that you could use with this, but I'm sure there's something I'm not thinking of. I like this lady right here, Galaxy Queen. It's one of the numbers, so a lot of people are excited about that, to get one of each of their numbers. Super rare, and the stats are pretty abysmal, but it is a rank 1, so it's understandable. Another 3, just like Baby Tregan above. Once per turn, you detach an XYZ material until your opponent's next end phase. Face-up monsters you currently control cannot be destroyed by battle, and if they attack a defense position, it gives piercing. So I think that's a great effect. I guess she can attach to protect herself 1 time per turn, so I like her. She's going to get some play. I'm going to play her in my level 1 deck, with Mystic Piper and all that. So, Black Ray Lancer. It says it doesn't have a rarity next to it in the OCG, so I guess it's a common. It may get upgraded to at least a rare, which I think it deserves. I don't think there should be any common exceeds at the very beginning. We're starting to do this except for structured deck cards, but a rank 3 2100 is not bad. 2 level 3 warrior water monsters, which unfortunately is a little specific, but whatever. Once per turn, you detach one of the materials from the card to target 1 face-up effect monster on the field, negate its effects until the end phase. I think that's really great. It's like a 1 turn, I guess, Veiler you could think about, or maybe similar to Forbidden Chalice. Good card. Illuminator, we all know, is going to come in the 10s. I think he's actually pretty good. He is a rank 4, 2400, 24, which is great, but he does require 3 level 4s. So, there's going to be ways to do that, like with the Kaga Takagi, the little shadow lizard guy, to help you drop 4s. You got Rescue Rabbit. You've got some Photon magic and trap cards that are going to help you. I think it's Veil. So we can talk about that in a minute. That'll help you get this guy out. Once per turn, you detach one of the materials from him to send 1 card from your hand to the graveyard and draw 1. I don't really need to say a lot. That is ridiculous. If you play the right deck, a plan engine, I don't care what you play, sending a card from your hand to the graveyard is very good when all you're doing is putting another one back in your hand. So it's like a weak Magical Mallet or a Reload or Dark World Dealings, similar to that. So just fantastic card. This is kind of strange. It's a rank 3 1818, and it's a Giga Giganto Brilliant. I'm sure I butchered that, but it's a number card, so I'll want to get it. It's 2 level 3 monsters, pretty simple. And then you detach XYZ material 1 time per turn. And face-up monsters you control gain 300. I just don't think that's good enough. I mean, I understand that would boost him to 300 or to 21, but I just think it's whatever. So maybe some of you guys could help me know some combos with that, or maybe if there's an insect deck coming up that's going to be sick, or shoot, I don't know. I just Gotchi similar and actually a little better. I guess this guy's stronger, but I prefer Gotchi. Logia is probably going to be one of the money cards, 40, 50, 60 bucks. Everybody's going to want it. I know I do. And it's a rank 4, 2400, so pretty decent. Dragon, and all you need is 2 level 4 dinosaur types. So obviously it works with the Evolds. It works with Hydrogeddon, which is stupid good. I wish I never traded those 3 Ultra Hydrogeddons, because I have supers from back in the day when they were champion pack and so forth, and I think you guys should try to pick them up now if you're going to play this guy, because his effect is great. When a monster would be normal or special summoned, or a spell trap card is activated, you just detach both the materials to negate the summon or activation and destroy it. So it's a one-time hit, but he is also 2400 and really good. People are going to have to kind of play around him, which I like. Thunder End I love the art. I think it's beautiful. I also like Logia. I mean, that's just fantastic art. Bringing out some cool stuff. Sorry about that. So Thunder End Dragon, 3000. Great. Not too hard, actually, to get out. 2 level 8 normals. I mean, that's 2 blue eyes. It's not insanely hard to get on the field anymore. You got Monster Reborn, you got 2 calls, you got Ancient Rules, you got some ways to get things out. You could even play like a Red Eyes Darkness Metal deck where you're bringing out your blue eyes. You can remove them, play return. I mean, I don't know. Use your imagination. This guy's not impossible to get out. So once per turn, you can detach a material from him, destroy all other monsters on the field. Yeah, that's just stupid good. So I like him a lot.